Hi there, welcome to Straight Talk, a Place Overseas podcast where we decode global market trends every week and we help you decide on your next investment. I'm Nafisa Kopcic. Now, for years, Dubai's property scene had a certain reputation, a playground for speculators, flippers, for quick wins. Well, that story is changing fast. The new Dubai real estate engine isn't fueled by offshore investors chasing margins. It's driven by, and listen to this, it's driven by families actually. Real people who live, work, raise their kids there. Unbelievable how things changed. In fact, nearly 60% of all property buyers now in Dubai are UAE residents, not like before overseas speculators. Well, that's a massive structural shift that's going to impact everybody and you as well if you're an investor. Now, we are seeing record deals in family-friendly master communities. That's like kind of places with schools, with parks, with clinics, and my favorite coffee spots within 20-minute walk. So in this episode, we are diving into why families are now the heartbeat of Dubai's real estate growth and how smart investors can build conviction in this new lived-in Dubai. And of course, with me, as always, is Cameron Deggin.
Hello there, Nafisa.
He's looking into Dubai market so closely right now, and he can give you right advices and strategies. Now, let's talk about this shift from speculation to end user demand. What does that really mean in practical terms if you're an investor? How does that impact your timeline, the kind of assets you'd hold? So let's start from there.
Okay, if you're an investor and if you're type 1 investor,
Let's say.
not
the flipper.
No, type 1, the flipper.
The flipper one.
You
Okay.
are after capital growth.
Mm-hmm.
You're not there for the long haul. You're not buying a home.
Mm-hmm.
You're not even in the market for 10, 20 years, building portfolio, generating income.
Mm-hmm.
No, you don't have the stamina for that. Okay, you're after riding a wave, and you
Right.
can see that there is a possibility of riding a decent, strong wave in Dubai, and there is still. So what do? Well, first of all, you have to make sure that you have an exit. The most important thing is, in that strategy, in a flipping strategy, where you're coming in, buying at the lowest possible cost level, whether it is
And we said last
Off-plan.
time, get in before...
off-plan or pre-launch, but
Yeah.
you got to be the first one in, then you need to have someone to sell to. Okay? And most often in flipping type strategies, where a market is predominantly based on creating that balloon or creating that hype so that people come in, you attract the investors who believe in the promise of fast upsides, okay? The person you sell to is another investor, because majority of the buyers who come to a market are actually investors. So you're an investor, you buy. Then you make some upsides, you want to sell and pull your profits. Who are you going to sell to? Well, you would sell to another investor. Okay, you will find another investor who will come in to exit you, because at the end of the day, this second investor is coming in and paying your profits. He is paying you an amount that is higher than the amount you paid 12 months ago, 18 months ago, 24 months ago. Okay, so that means this particular investor also believes that he will exit to another buyer in 12 months, 18 months, 24 months, or 3 years' time. So he believes that that graph, that curve, is going to continue rising for him to be able to exit. The demand will continue to be there for him to be able to exit. His equation, or even your equation as the initial investor, will only work if indeed the demand continues. Now, well, the demand will only continue Okay? If at the end of the day, this project or this property you're buying can be successfully sold to a home buyer. Because at the end of the day, a property is a home. A property is not a vehicle you drive from point A to point B. A property is an investment, yes, but for a property to be an investment, it has to be a home for somebody else. Because the use case of a property is a home.
Let me bring in some numbers here. Now, the mid to upper mid bracket, roughly 1.3 to 2.7 million homes, that's seeing a record growth in Dubai right now. So why are the family homes performing better
Yes.
than, flashier homes
Yes.
like before?
Exactly.
Why is that?
Because people are realizing, well, two reasons. One, there is a genuine demand from families, people who are looking to live in Dubai, either set roots for the foreseeable future or live there for a considerable period of time with their families, have their kids going to schools in Dubai, set up lives in Dubai. And there is a growing number of these people, a fact, which is a massive big tick for longevity of Dubai's real estate market, which is the reason we decided to come into Dubai when we realized this. Prior to that, we never stepped into Dubai because we couldn't see the end user, real strong end user market in Dubai. We thought it's too speculative, and it was. But right now, there is a genuine population who is living in Dubai. They live and work in Dubai. So they are the buyers, the end users. They are the people at the end of the day who are
So how
buying
does this
in
fit
these
into
places.
the discussion we had last week? Meaning that we said in 3 to 4 years we could possibly see a crash in Dubai, but we don't like that word crash, but changes. And we suggested to the investors, we're talking here about the investors, to come back possibly even to Turkey, as we predicted that then Turkey might slowly recover from
Yes.
the latest 2 or 3 years of slowdown and taking a breather. We also discussed that. So how does all this fit
Okay,
into that?
all right. Okay, now obviously, when you look at the supply of Dubai, the stock in Dubai, all across Dubai, and what is planned for the, say, next 5 years, it is evident to me, and it is, again, inevitable to me, that there will be pockets in Dubai where we shall still see the same pattern of acceleration growth, which has been happening for the past couple of years, and I believe will continue to happen another 2-3 years, at least 2 years in my opinion, but then a plateau and possibly steam coming off. I'm convinced there'll be pockets in Dubai where we shall see steam coming off, meaning the market tailing off, prices coming down. I'm convinced. Whether they'll come down 20%, 30%, or like in the past 40, 50, 60%, I don't think it will be as steep as that. However, this time I am again convinced that this pattern will not apply to Dubai as a whole. If you look at 2008 crash, and it was a crash, prices came down by close to 70% in some
Wow.
areas. Yes, a lot of people lost a lot of money in Dubai back in 2008, and a lot of people made a lot of money. But that kind of a bust, let's call it that, was almost pandemic across Dubai, meaning all across Dubai, Dubai as a whole.
And now?
I don't think this is the pattern we're going to see this time. I think we're going to see varying levels of price offs and steam, different levels of steam coming off in pockets of Dubai where sales are more directed toward investors as opposed to end buyers. So where that pressure, or let's call it that lovely little hype, was formed predominantly by demand from investors looking to earn quickly, there's likely to be a busts
A
in
bust,
those
yeah,
pockets. But
yeah.
I can see, Nafisa, this time, and I'll be honest, it is the first time I'm seeing this in Dubai. And
Right.
I think it's the first time it will happen in Dubai, where there will be some areas and certain concepts and certain segments where we won't see any steam coming off. We may see stability, prices stopping to go up because they can't go up forever. What goes up has to somewhere
Right, yeah.
slow down. And we will see some kind of normalization or slowdown or price increases, but not necessarily price offs. So it will maintain, they will hold their prices till the next kind of wave, and that will also happen
Listen,
in years to
what
come.
we can do here is we can predict based on the facts that we have now.
Yes.
I mean, I think political situation is impacting a lot. We'll
Yes.
discuss that possibly next week, guys. So definitely pay attention. I want to ask you one more question.
course.
With over 300,000 new homes scheduled
Yes.
through 2029, supply is a big talking point here in Dubai.
Yes.
As a seasoned investor, how do you decide when that's a healthy growth
Yes.
or when is oversupply slowly creeping in?
The short answer I will give to this is I would be worried if I was an investor in Dubai today, or if I was looking to invest in Dubai in the foreseeable future. I would be concerned about areas or projects or developments that are predominantly non-end user purchases, meaning that are predominantly investors flocking in with a view to making money pretty quickly. I would be worried about those areas. But what I'm seeing is there are genuine communities and genuine, proper, future-proof planned mixed-use lifestyle concepts that are being developed in Dubai along certain corridors of Dubai that is
So
also
this is this
supported.
20-minute city concept
Yes.
that we discussed. You get to work, play, send
Yes.
your kids to school all
Yes.
within walking distance. I mean, sounds ideal to be
Exactly.
honest to me.
Exactly.
Cameron, quickly, before we say goodbye, 3 tips for investors right now thinking of Dubai.
Okay. Do not follow the hype,
Okay.
number one.
Check.
Number two,
Never follow the hype.
well, sometimes it works.
Sometimes it's good. Okay.
Two, look out for real lifestyle supporting, longevity supporting concepts where people will wish to set roots in Dubai.
Okay.
Two.
Two.
And three, plan your exit strategy before you invest, if indeed this is the game you wish to play. These are the strategies.
And we are here for all the games you wish to play.
100%.
I'm just joking. This might sound weird.
I like that.
Okay. No, we are here for you if you're thinking as an investor, as well as if you're thinking about roots, lifestyle.
Exactly.
Anyway, if you guys like this show, please give us a thumbs up or subscribe to our channel. We are just starting a new channel called Place Overseas, where we're going to launch a couple of shows, mostly covering Dubai and other countries as well in the region. Of course, Turkey, as per usual, as our priority. I'm Nafisa Kopcic, and this is Straight Talk, a podcast by Place Overseas, where we decide the smartest ways to live, invest, and grow, having in mind all this that's going on around the world. Thanks for watching, all. See you again
Thanks a
next
lot.
time.
Bye-bye.